Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hey, Josh. Hey, everyone. 2 cards of the day today, but I have a little story about yesterday's card of the day. That was kind of crazy and shocking, but nonetheless, whatever. So yesterday's card of the day dealt with a lot of loss, grief, how to handle loss. Sometimes loss is good, like stepping away from people, places, and things. But sometimes loss could be challenging and hard, especially, for instance, the loss of a child, the loss of a family member or pet, whatever it may be. Well, I have a little story that something happened yesterday. Well, it happened this week, but oh, you're not Lola. Oh, that was you that subscribed or commented on YouTube. I wondered who that was. Okay, that was so funny. So anyways, back to it. Last week or so, I had started to light the prosperity candle. First, I did it for us on here, and then I did it for my neighborhood, for my family, friends, and lovers in this community that I have in Pennsylvania. Well, my neighbor got a job. My mom got a new employee. I got sales. People moved in around the corner, all over the block, you know. So a lot of abundance was happening all over the town here, our little area. Well, we were in the garden and we had like we have an abundance of watermelons. We probably have like a good 10 or 12 growing off the same, few couple of mounds. So I saw that some bunnies had eaten one of the watermelons and one had rotted. This was day before yesterday. And the week before, we had saw the bunnies, and that's a sign of abundance, health, wealth, happiness, and joy, prosperity. They're usually in the spring. And so my mom was even like, oh my God, Ashley, that spell really did bring some abundance. Some foxes came around. All of this stuff was happening. Now, flash forward yesterday. After I did the card of the day, we are looking outside. My cat got done and killed one of those bunnies. It was so hard for me to see. It really hurt me because I thought they were so cute in the garden, hopping around and stuff. But that is life. That is loss. That was a loss for me, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, in my heart, mind, body, and soul. But that was a gain for that fucking cat, you know. His win was my loss, but it wasn't really even my loss, and that's not how the universe really works at all. That's just the ebb and flow. That's the give and take. That's the divine connection to every living, breathing thing that we are. You know, we taketh from the earth, we giveth to the earth, and the earth will take us back at the end. So it was super symbolic to see, like, this loss in action, and it was a momentary loss, but then I was happy for my cat. My cat's like 13 years old and he's still fucking on the prowl, and he was just doing what he knows how to do, get things out of the garden, and he watches the chickens and stuff because we have foxes in the area. So the cat was doing what it naturally does. Loss is natural. It's a natural cycle of life. But that happened yesterday, so that was pretty crazy. But I have the cards for today. So I'm happy to share them with you. 2 came out. 1 just wanted to come out, so I just had to incorporate it. So the first card says, "Dearest you, we bet you must be so exhausted some days, weeks, months. You know the cycle of your life. You know, the months preceding your birthday, that's the winter of your life. The months before that are the fall. The months before that, the summer. And the months after your birthday, spring, rebirth. So you have to follow the cycles of your life, your ebb and flow, your highs and lows. Giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service to the highest good. This can leave you feeling depleted. All of my empaths, all of my healers, all of my movers and shakers, you guys need to do the most R&R, rest and recuperation. Like an empty vessel you'll become if you do not give back to yourself. I haven't been doing the tarot card of the day, but I did pull the 10 of Cups the other day. Are you filling your cups up? Are you giving them all away? You have to make sure you're replenishing yourself. If it feels as if there is no more water for you, what the hell are you doing giving other people a drink from your empty ass, crusty ass, dusty ass cup? Stop doing that, you guys. The good news is there's definitely a plan of action for you to take. Today, go take a relaxing bath, go to a relaxing reservoir, go to a pond, go to a lake, go to the ocean, have some nourishing good water. You know what I did yesterday? I splurged and I bought myself the Essentia water that I love, and it was on sale. 2 of the biggest motherfucking bottles of water that they sell for $5. I was like, okay, sold. Thank you. But it doesn't have to be a bath. It could be a sound bath. It could be a bath in nature. They call those the forest baths when you walk in nature. It could be, however you rejuvenate heart, mind, body, and soul, okay? Buy yourself some flowers, plant some seeds, do something for yourself, especially on this full moon. Illuminate your heart, mind, body, and soul. Show yourself, show the universe that you are worthy of taking time out of the day, out of the week, out of the month for yourself. Make time for self-care. No more, I'm going to work on myself. No, I'm working on myself. If you keep saying you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're never going to fucking do it. And you don't got to tell the whole world about it either. Like, I started this diet, I started doing things a long time ago, about a year ago, and I wasn't getting in. And so I didn't want to really share everything until more recently when I started, it clicked and it's starting to work. Absolutely. But you've got to do that work on yourself day in and day out. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do some more later. It's a practice. It's something, it's a habit. It's got to be set in motion, and you got to keep putting in at it, investing in it. It could be tea time. It could be waking up and journaling. It could be, you might do it for 2 or 3 days and you might forget. That doesn't mean you got to give up. Get back in there and try to give yourself that time, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past. Okay, hold on. This doesn't make any sense to me. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being now. Oh. Her writing style is a little funny sometimes. Oh, hold on. My eggs are done. I'll be right back. I totally forgot. I'm making hard-boiled eggs. Okay. You're going to have to use that word we don't like to use. No. Why don't we like using it? Well, there's a bunch of different reasons why. Sometimes it's just not in our vocabulary. We are go-getters. We are doers. We're afraid we're going to miss an opportunity. We're afraid we're going to let someone else down. And some of us just are too motherfucking weak and don't have it in our vocabulary to say because we've never learned how to say no. Well, it starts by saying no to setting boundaries with family, friends, and lovers. And then it gets a hell of a lot easier. If you can't do it with your family, friends, and lovers, you're going to hardly be able to do it with others. I am really bad at that. I'm just now learning how to do that. I mean, I'll answer my direct messages at any given hour. I mean, my phone is off 7 to 7, basically, unless I'm farting around. But I would prefer emails. Of course, I've got to now drill it into my clients' heads, drill it into people's heads that are used to communicating with me a different way because I never created that boundary. Set yourself up for success and create those fences, create those borders, create those, spaces now between you and others. It's not unhealthy. It's not like you're isolating yourself from people, places, and things. No, you're creating and maximizing. Like when we do square foot gardening, you're maximizing your potential. You're maximizing your energy by creating boundaries with other people, places, and things. Okay? So say no. Say it right now. Say N-O. No, thank you. And really no thanks about it. It's just not aligning with you. There's nothing to be thankful or ungrateful for. No, just no. No. If you don't feel it instantaneously that it's a yes, it's a no. Okay? So say, I can't, I don't want to, it isn't for me. You don't got to give it a long, elaborate explanation. That's what some of you are also afraid of. You don't really have to explain at all. You don't have to justify your reason for saying no. Firmly, gently say no. It is. All you got to do. And oh, no. Notice how kids say it so effortlessly, like little kids. It's the easiest word in their vocabulary because they know what they do and do not want. I mean, for the most part, they want food, they want comfort, they want security, they want to giggle. Little babies, the ones that are saying no to you. Learn from those motherfucking kids is all I'm going to tell you right now. Then go on your break. Say no to people and say yes to yourself. Okay? Because when you say no to other people, it allows the right people to say yes to that project, yes to that job. When you say no to people, places, and things, it allows you to say yes to yourself, to your heart, mind, body, and soul. It allows you to go after what you want to go after. It allows you to do the project that's in alignment with you. We don't get to say yes to everyone and everything, especially in this age of networking that we are doing on every level, every facet. I mean, we're networking in the goddamn bathroom. It's stall to stall. Like, come on. No, boundaries. Create them. Okay, The next card. Dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will absolutely hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement your way. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world, this 3D world we're living in. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, you guys. Stop trying to grasp. Stop trying to reason. Just understand that spirit is going to divinely implant these thoughts, ideas, and beliefs in your mind. And you can't get too far ahead of yourself here. It's not your sixth sense either. This is your first and foremost sense. Intuition, perception, feeling, understanding, not just emotions, but the emoting factor of emotions. It's a vibration. You can feel that with or without people talking. You can feel it in a room. You can feel it when you start your day. It's something you've got to tap into more and more. It's a control system. This could be fabulous for you if you can get in touch with your intuition. You would have so much more control over your heart, mind, body, and soul. Murphy, really? Yeah, that was a bad idea. Okay. You're entering the age of consciousness, and we've been in this age for a long, long time. It's time to accept, though, that paranormal activity is normal. You can communicate with people telepathically. You can write it down on paper and they will receive it, and you don't have to put it in the motherfucking mail. You don't have to tell everyone everything mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You can just have that thought and it will be understood. I do this a lot with family, and I do it a lot with clients. We will have actual conversations with their family members and their friends and their coworkers and people in their sphere that they really can't communicate with verbally because there's just such a divide. There's such a misunderstanding. Murphaletta, get over here. Thank you. That you have to just allow the souls to communicate. When you strip the ego wants to tell you this, that, or the other. The ego wants to be heard. No, the soul will be heard. I do not have to tell someone fucking day in and day out the same bullshit. Once I tell their soul, it's almost like a slap in the face, like, okay, I get it, I heard you, sorry. So we're entering this age of consciousness that it's time to accept the crazy out there paranormal things that are going on mentally, physically, emotionally. Human beings are multi-sensory, multi-dimensional. Spirit is infused in everything, always. And it's our job to understand that. We're sprinkled in everything. You can leave your energy into anything. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to have words. That it's not necessary anymore. You guys are trying to say too much and you're not saying anything at all. So stop trying to talk your way out of this, that, or the other. This is probably a great season to do that because Aquarius is a bit attached in that way as far as the full moon is concerned, not season. We're stepping into Virgo season, which is all about like the finer details. Well, don't get tripped up on those communication details. Maybe just speak what's on your heart to them openly without them even being in the room. We're struggling with communication because we're making it such an important factor in relationships, which it certainly is, but we don't need therapists. We don't need to go and try to do all these lessons on how to talk and these therapy classes and do, no. You need to start talking to yourself and just sort of like talking to the universe. Almost looks like that crazy person. It's absolutely normal. It is this day and age. Okay. So today, trust your spidey senses, trust your intuition when it comes to people, places, and things. Read between the lines, absolutely tune into the stories behind the stories. Like I was saying, this hair tie could have a story behind it. And if I gave it to someone that knew that story, that energy would follow the hair tie, so on and so forth. We give everything energy, and it could be as little as a hair tie or as big as a monument. It doesn't fucking matter. So you will start to see that everything is divinely communicating. The birds and the bees don't have to talk. They don't know the same language. And you and your family, friends, and lovers don't have the same love language, let alone the same communication styles. So maybe stop trying to butt heads, stop trying to get them to hear you, and just let yourself be heard by the universe, and they will communicate to that person the best way possible. That's just it. You think you have to get these people to understand you. You do not have to have your family, friends, and lovers understand you. No way. No, you've got to understand yourself. If you riddle yourself with trying to get them to understand you, you're going to get so lost in the motherfucking sauce. Someone sent me a post. Oh, happy birthday, Amor. That's so funny, Maria. But, you're going to get so lost in the vibrations, you're not even going to pick up on your own. That's why intuition is key. Awareness is key. Giving no fucks is absolutely imperative. When I was making my changes, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, my family, they thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I thought, okay, less is more. I'm not even going to tell them much more about this, that I'm tapping back into astrology and mysticism and stuff, because I was this way for a long time, and then I got out of it, and then I got back into it. But the thing is, then they got interested in it. If you bother someone trying to tell them every day, every minute, every hour, this, that, or the other, I'm doing this, they're not going to want to hear you anymore anyways. They're going to tune you out. So if you do a less is more kind of approach, they're going to want to listen. They're going to be a little bit more interested. Like when I started the podcast, my mom could give two shits. I was like, podcast, podcast, podcast. Then I didn't say anything till I got the top 10, and she was like, oh my God, that's really cool. And then she's on board. Work out the kinks mentally, physically, emotionally yourself, then communicate to someone else. We're also communicating a lot of bullshit to other people. I'm so glad I'm not on Facebook anymore. My life is so much better. It was like a Dear Diary for people to kind of just communicate their bullshit day. Go get a journal, start talking to yourself, start talking to the universe, stop asking for everybody else's input on social media, get in touch with yourself. And you're going to have a lot less conversations with other people, because you're going to realize that's not even worth my time to talk about that. Or you're going to say, they'll get it one of these days. I don't have to be the one that explains it to them. That's your ego wanting them to understand you. Okay. So I absolutely love you guys so much. I'm going to get going. What is today? Thursday. You know what today was? And I say was because it's absolutely not happening today. I've got too much on my plate, and I've got something going on tomorrow. So I think we're going to do it on Sunday. Actually, I'm positive we'll do it on Sunday. The raffles. So you can still go buy your $1 raffles. I want to set it up and organize it downstairs where I have all of the gifts, all of the prizes and stuff. And I have the raffles from Christmas to do, which I have the bag of them and I have all those gifts. But it's going to be like 20 some odd winners. So I absolutely want to just get it a bit more organized. Like I have to write it out and put the winners beside and get the tickets ready and everything. Everything's all accounted for. I've been excited to do this, but I have all of the crystals and gemstones and the bigger crystal prizes from the fucking Christmas raffles. So sorry about that, but we have it all here. Yes. Everybody, yes. So let's just plan on doing that Sunday. I think this would be the best time for everybody, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because, then you're not cooking dinner on either coast. Then you're not at church or doing whatever you're doing in your morning on either coast. I think 3 p.m. is just my best bet for everybody. Tentatively, definitely Sunday. Tentatively, 3 p.m. It's Christmas in summer, okay? It's the Christmas in summer raffle and the birthday bash raffle. I swear there's 20 some odd prizes or something like that, but maybe even more. Yeah, Smile Bella. And honestly, a lot of raffle tickets didn't sell, so the odds are pretty good right now for anybody in the raffle. There are a lot of tickets for the Christmas raffles. There's a shit ton of Christmas raffle tickets. And they're all big prizes, by the way. Remember how it was going to be bigger or biggest prizes for the Christmas raffle? They're all bigger or bigger. They're just really good crystals and stuff. Smoky quartz. We've got some nice stuff for the Christmas ones, which is crystal related. And then the one from the birthday bash are real neat prizes, like makeup, readings. We have some stuff from Allison's Herbal Apothecary as well. Just fun stuff going on with the gifts there. Yeah, Christmas and summer, it's sort of just, it is what it is. So this absolutely went way longer this morning than I thought, but I guess maybe it will just be whatever in the mornings, and it kind of keeps me off here for a little while thereafter. Next week, we've got some things going on. The Virgo update for sure. If you're a moonbeam, or not a moonbeam, excuse me, my moonbeams, by the way, if you were a moonbeam, email me if you're having some conflicting issues with me and what I've newly launched. I totally understand. I totally hear you. I can't say that I sympathize, but I hear you and I understand you, and I want to help do whatever I can for you. So if you were an OG moonbeam and you're like, email me, I got you. But the thing is, the cosmic update, so like I'm going to send another little cosmic update, but that's only to my subscribers. So we're going to talk about the Virgo full moon, or the Virgo season coming up. I've got flipping everything around. But I already posted the Aquarius full moon video, and it's great. I did not talk. I just left it all written. And there's some journal questions at the end you want to ask yourself. The chakra report I'm going to record today. That's why I'm saying I'm having such a busy day. I definitely don't want to go live, because if I go live, it's going to be 2 or 3 hours long, and I'm already going to do the chakra report that's going to be an hour long. My phone really just is not even getting a charge. My phone has not been fully charged in probably 3 or 4 days. It just won't charge. Cafe Rose serum for lashes. I'm actually making a growth serum for your eyebrows and lashes, so I wouldn't really suggest the Cafe Rose for that. However, caffeine would be okay for the eyebrows. I just wouldn't put that nearer around the eyes. I would definitely do it even if you're having a lack of growth right here. I would go ahead and exfoliate my scalp a little bit with apple cider toner water or something, and then go ahead with that oil, and then cleanse your hair a couple times thereafter, because you don't want to clog any pores. But okay, we'll do an hour of that too one of these days before the update, absolutely, because I'll tell you all of the things that are going to be new in the shop update, and some of the things that won't be returning. And then all of the flagship items are basically, you know, the original tinctures, original serums. Nothing really is coming out of the face care collection. Like, I'm only adding to the face care collection. I don't know. You know what? I'm not taking any tinctures off, and I'm only adding. So aside from a few witchy woo-woo things, everything is going to be available. I'll have to look at the comments afterwards. I really never get to see the comments unless it's there, because they go pretty fast. But so the card of the day has been fun, because it's been like little morning hour, or 10 minutes. This has been the longest card of the day. I mean, I've gone 20 minutes now already, way longer than I imagined. But it'll go to YouTube. But as far as IGTV, the card of the day will only be the first 10 minutes. That is what it is, and it's up for 24 hours. Oh, I see. Yeah, all of my serums, like the Ultimately Essential Acne Attack, all of them have vitamin A, C, and E in them, which are really going to help with your skin cell, hair growth, renewal on, you know, on your eyelashes to your face. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, stronger too, because what's happening when you're using that toner, like when you're gently wiping your eyes, you know, and going over, you're wiping off clogging oils on the follicles of the hair that will allow your hair to naturally then grow in. I don't always take my mascara off at night. I don't always wash my face. Less is more, really, in that regard, because you have natural, you know, biome, natural, like, energy of your skin and cells that is just, they're trying to do the best they can. And when you keep introducing bullshit like over-the-counter crap, you're really fucking up their game. When you introduce beautiful things like shea butter, beeswax, grapeseed oil, you know, toners made with apple cider vinegars, coconut oils, comedogenic people, you know, people that have issues with oils and stuff, sure, it's not all going to be for you. But I will tell you, in 6 years just about, from my scrub to my serums, the people with the worst skin imaginable have had the most amazing results, because they thought that this oil would be bad for them. But the way I have blended them in such a way, you're exfoliating while hydrating with the scrub, you're exfoliating while hydrating with the toner, and you're really not trying to, with the serums, you're really not over moisturizing because it really absorbs into the skin. So what happens when you over moisturize, then your skin starts to dry out because it's like, oh, we got too much oil. But then when your skin really starts to dry out, it wants to create more oil. So then you get this weird, like, weather pattern going on your face of weird kind of acne, weird kind of dry patterns. And I can only relate it to like weather because it's like patchy up here, rainy down here. Then you have combination skin. So toner, if you're going to try anything for your motherfucking skin, is crucial. The vitamin C collection, fucking phenomenal, especially as we go into winter with more aging skin for all of us. But I love you guys so much. I'm definitely gonna get back to work Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or Eastern Standard Time. I can't, it's just a habit. Thank God when I moved to New Mexico, I don't think the time changes for me on the West Coast. I don't really know. I don't really care. What toner are we talking about? Any of my toners. So here, the toners all are a little different, but they all will really contribute to your overall, I use like 3 different toners in my regimen, because I like the seaweed one for sort of like this burst of sunshine, but then that's now the vitamin C one. So the seaweed one is almost like ancient sea water, and it's amazing. That's new. That's coming up. I've been formulating it. But I also have the mermaid's tail, which, don't be confused, that is made with spirulina, which is basically pond, which is, I should probably change it, but it is what it is. I was working with spirulina first before I started working with seaweed. Seaweed is going to have its own collection. There's going to be a toner, a serum, and a mask. And I don't know what to call it, like the Little Mermaid collection or something, but I already have the Mermaid's collection. Or it's called the Mermaid's Tail collection, the first collection. So I might just call it Under the Sea or Vitamin C, and it's really not vitamin C. It's just SEA. It's the ocean. And I don't know. I'm not 100% decided. Those are some of the other things I got to finalize detail-wise. I did make a few batches of things just before I left that I didn't strain off, so none of it's all completely fresh. I mean, once it hits the air, it's basically kind of considered shelf stable, and then we start to count the 6, 9, 12 months, As far as like my business is concerned, I'm not really going to get more professional as far as labeling and stuff goes. I like it. It's simple. It's easy. I have who I have as clients, and if it ever comes down to it where I'm in trouble, I'll just do a less is more. I'll only have my 20 or 40 good clients that I'm a wellness provider for under the table. I'm not fucking around with government people bullshit. I have no desire to be compliant with their shitty ass fucking regulations. I do what I do from the heart, mind, body, and soul. It's been passed down to me through dreams and lineage. I mean, my ancestors, angels, and guides come from all over the world, just as yours do. We're entitled to these medicines. We're entitled to this, sort of understanding of plant matter and, how it can help us versus taking Advil. I can go take some, passion flower mixed with a little mint and rosemary and get rid of my headache. I'm not here to teach you guys. We'll be doing that, especially when I move, for sure. This is Binford's All Naturals. I'm just naturally sharing my products, my heart, mind, body, and soul with all of you. I always was this way on this page. I never tried to make it about the products because I got in a lot of hot water when I started making it about the products. Things were getting taken down. Things were getting flagged. Things were getting, oh, you can't share that. That's when my Etsy shop got shut down. All of that started to happen once you start to talk about the properties, the principles, the abilities of these herbs and these things. Try them for yourself. Ask a friend that's already commented saying how well it works for them. Do your own research. That's why a lot of these herbalist classes and things that you pay thousands and thousands of dollars for are absolutely bullshit unless you just needed that sort of guidance because you really can't go do the work yourself. I dream about an herb. I have an ailment and I look into the herbal remedies that can help it. Then I look into the properties. Then I look in how the blends and the things could work together like cohesively and synergistically. I can't say certain things about a certain plant without getting in hot water on here. So all of this bullshit, that's why I'm trying to do more on my website. And even on my website, I can't say certain things because then I will run into hot water with, people that offer the option for checkout on my website. I don't have my own banking institution, so I don't have a way to facilitate your orders financially otherwise. So I have to use certain measures and precautions to keep my ass out of, the firing line. So with that said, going forward, a lot is getting less is more. You see how it's all really just seasonal, and I have the flagship items. You see how I have the Sensation subscription. I may no longer offer but the Abundance candle and a Protection candle and a Love Me candle, and then leftover candles after I make them for myself. I get on a whim. I get a bug up my ass to make candles, and I just sell the extras. That's not really my job. If you want candles, go see our girlfriend Spirit, Kim, So Spirit Body Naturals, I believe, is her handle. But especially with my moving, it's the flagship items, my shop update, which is the new stuff that I've been creating, the vitamin C, the seaweed, and a couple candle options, because I am going to include one candle a season in the shop after it goes to my subscribers. So the Sensation candle that I will keep in the shop, I'm going to make an extra couple pumpkin spice lattes. Those are just going to be in the shop, but it's going to be the Witch's Brew candle, which is a black magic protection, banishing, spell casting candle. I will keep that one in the shop year round, or as I can keep them stocked, just as I kept the money one, just as I kept the birthday cake one. So it's only going to be one candle a season though that I really add or keep in the shop. Everything else is just super limited. Like all of the mica infused unicorn, body glitter stuff, they're in the shop right now. They're available right now. They will not be back. You don't need to be looking like a disco ball this winter. I mean, no. So none of that will be available. Although with a really nice dress on, I could see the gold one all year round. I mean, I could see them both all year round. Don't get me wrong. We love like a décolleté highlighter. We like to look nice. But it was something for the summer, once and done. Now I am going to do one funny candle. I know for sure. It's going to be like the unicorn fart. I'm going to add to that collection. I had the soap, and I'll probably make that soap again. That soap was fun to make. But a unicorn candle, and it's going to hopefully be like a purpley color, but it got these super cute sprinkles that are stars, and they're all like pastels. And I think with a little mica and that and a crystal, it'll be like a little unicorn fart. I know, right? How cute. So all of that's going to be in the September, October shop update. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have the September update, which is just regular shop items. Nothing new except for the subscription box, but none of the new holiday stuff yet. I just will not be able to add it yet. I am moving to New Mexico. So by the end of the motherfucking month, October 1st, I will be driving with my boyfriend across mountains and deserts into New Mexico, the 27th, 8th, and 9th of September. So I get home the beginning of September. I get your orders out by the 15th. I pack up my house. We get going. We leave. The Sensation subscriptions will leave if you've already pre-ordered by the 15th to 27. And then if you get one of the leftover boxes, it's after. Right, I know. I'm so excited to move. So I will then be unpacking. Mo goes to Africa and France and does some more traveling. He just travels. He's in Japan, Tokyo right now, or coming home from Tokyo. He's probably in San Francisco soon. I don't know where the hell he is on this fucking map. But once I get into New Mexico, I will be channeling the earth. I will be sitting in community settings, absorbing more. And I don't know yet what I want to offer for the October, fall harvest collection yet. I'm not absolutely sure what herbs and spices and things I want to work with. But you know that the booster shot and all the cold and flu stuff will be in the September update. So if you want to have that by October for yourself and not worry about the October update, you better order what you need cold and flu remedy wise in the September update. I'm not even fucking around. Reishi, Katakoff, booster shot, the multivitamin, daily dose, even the at bay I suggest during the winter and stuff. But I will be making new stuff. I'm not always into the fancy terminology for some of this shit, oxymels. I'd rather just tell you what it is. It's a vinegar and honey mixture. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more with vinegar. I'm really loving vinegar. I put it in water. I probably use it more than lemon. Oh my God, you guys, this has turned into like something, I don't even know. I've got shit to do. Okay, I'm making these new things for the shop. And they're going to be kind of concentrated. You can take them as a tincture, or I'm going to offer them in shots. And you'll literally get like a vial of like, I don't remember how many fit. 8, I want to say, fit in my little boxes. And they're literally like one 10 milliliter shot. And you know how they sell them at the grocery store for like fucking $15? Not happening here. You're going to get your echinacea shots. You're going to get your ginger shots. You're going to get your turmeric shots. You're going to get, I have a few others. I'm so fucking excited. I have one for headaches. It's like a peppermint ginger with a kick of lavender. Boom, like knock that fucking headache out of you. I cannot wait for those motherfucking things. They don't have to be refrigerated is the thing. And so I don't know what they're putting in theirs unless they're using shitty vinegar to make theirs and shitty honey to make theirs, because vinegar and honey are one of the most shelf stable things out there. I'm just like, why are these things this much money? No, not having it. Not on my watch. So like I take like a little ginseng shot. There'll be a ginseng one, but I work with Siberian ginseng. I prefer it over, you know, other ginsengs. But I'll also have one with the Indian ginseng, ashwagandha or ashwagandha. My lisp and my spit is so bad lately, I can't even talk. So I'll have a variety pack though with one of each in it. So some of that stuff I already know is coming up, but it won't be in the September update. That'll be in the October update once I'm more situated, because I'm not making anything for the shop when I get home. I mean, unless it's something, a batch of this or a batch of that, because I have the, you know, this September orders coming through. But I basically forgot to bring some inventory here and I left unopened stuff there. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So that's it. I'm going to put this on YouTube and the first 10 minutes on IGTV. Hopefully that covers the card of the day, but I don't really care, because it's like, who shows up, shows up. Who sees it, sees it. It's up for 24 fucking hours. If you don't see it, you don't care. Or it wasn't meant for you. Not that you don't care. You got a life. And you can always go to my website is what I want to tell you. There's the hub of everything there. All of my YouTube updates are basically found there, unless it's a private one, and that's Binford's members only program, and you get a link for that. And yeah, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, you can share the links with your friends. Obviously, if you give the link to someone else, they'll get to see it. I don't really care, but you know who you're taking from? Everybody else. Because the more people that sign up, the more we can do together collectively. I do see some strange numbers, dial-ins, like I can see who's basically seeing what they're seeing. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I don't care if you share, if you say, wow, girlfriend, this really resonates with you. You need to hear this. It's private. It's in this group. Do it. If you want to be spirit and give them this message, of course, absolutely, more power to you. But you know, it's power in numbers here. We can do more and be more collectively. Eventually it would work as you know, an internship. Things like that would happen with this, you know, monetary gain that I get monthly with the subscribers and stuff. And the way it's set up, it's like $1 here, $1 there, $7 here, $7. So it's not really happening all at once, which is kind of funny, because I'm like, I'll look at my PayPal and I'll be like, who bought what? And I'm like, oh, that's a reoccurring payment or whatever. So it's new for me. It's new for you. I still have some updating to do to the website as far as the members only page goes. If you want to join, you just go to the members only page. There will be a private page for the members only very, very soon, where everything will be found for y'all at your fingertips. The YouTube will be linked there. Everything will be found there. But I'm trying to also work out a chat box, dialogue, way we can communicate more. Murph Oletta, why do you think you need to bark at everyone and everything? It's a truck. You know who it is. That nudgy neighbor down the street. You know who it is. Okay. So I absolutely love you guys. I'm going to get going. I have some stuff to do, stuff to record. VIPs and Binford's buddies, stay tuned for the chakra update. See you guys Sunday, and well, tomorrow morning, and you know, every morning. And if you ever don't see me one morning, I might not be called to be giving you messages. I might not be in my right frame of mind to be giving you messages. I do try every morning though to give you something to work with. So I do love showing up though. Even when it was in my stories, I love doing it, but it was a lot of stories and really kind of, I couldn't elaborate. I couldn't go off the cuff as much as I like to. All of your orders are out, by the way, that were reships, redos and stuff. I was making birthday candles. I was making prosperity candles. I've been doing stuff here on vacation because I thought I had mailed people stuff. And so I didn't have inventory. Okay, I gotta go. She's not gonna stop. Murph, come. Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. Bye.